And welcome back to Escape from Monkey Island for the PlayStation 2. Alright my friends, welcome back. I'm surrounded by lava. But not anymore, we're going to get the heck out of this place. In the last episode we plunged the depths of Herman's mind and found out that he is our grandpa in fact. Now we have to do some monkey combat. Now this part of the game can actually frustrate a lot of people, and you will see why in just a second. The battle system for this is quite hard.
So, I see you are trained in the arts of monkey combat.
Let's battle this monkey. And this is 1 out of 4, by the way.
Let's rumble.
Right. Okay. So he is choosing to stay the same. This is not very easy, let me just say right now. So there is a couple of different monkey stances that you can pull off. There is the charging chimp, there is drunken monkey, gimping gibbon, bobbing baboon. There's quite a lot. So what you have to do is have a piece of paper out in front of you and find out what counters what, and what beats what, and what loses to what. Like for example, charging chimp defeats anxious ape. So I know that I can't keep the anxious ape. I have to change it. Now the way that we change our stance is by using a sequence of 3, phrases in monkey language, and then it changes our stance. This is really not fun. Let me just say right now, this part of the game a lot of people do not look forward to. Believe it or not, this is actually me post-commentating over this, because I've already played this off screen and recorded it, because I had to playtest this for a very long time just to try and work out, which counters what, etc, etc. It took me quite a while, and I didn't want to waste a lot of time, because the video actually turned out to be about 40 to 50 minutes long. So I've made a few minor edits and kept in the general stuff that you want to see. Like for example, there we didn't lose, we actually drew. If you draw 3 times, the monkey gets a little bit agitated and then runs off.
So, I see you are trained in the arts of monkey combat.
So we have to learn the new moves as well.
On guard, monkey.
So we're both on anxious ape at the moment, and he's going to change stance over to charging chimp. Charging chimp beats my anxious ape pose. Drunken monkey defeats the charging chimp, so I need to know exactly what it is that's going to change me from anxious ape to drunken monkey, which was that. And the way I've got that is by a ton of trial and error in finding out what the monkeys are doing to change their stance. Like for example there, he just did the same phrases. If you repeat the same phrase 3 times, you stay how you are. So for example, I've done the same because I don't need to change. Drunken monkey beats charging chimp. So I've actually hit him 3 times there. So I actually beat this monkey this time, which is very nice. Now every time you draw, you gain 1 banana back, and the bananas are actually your health in these battles. So he's on anxious ape, and you need charging chimp to beat anxious ape. So what did I actually put in for this? Because I wrote all this stuff down, and changing between certain ones, yeah, this one didn't work. So that gave him a bit of a head start, and I started freaking out here because I thought now he's got a chance to come back, and he did. Ow. And that put us, even. So I have to come back now. So I know drunken monkey works against the charging chimp. So thankfully I knew what to say to change it from anxious ape to charging chimp to drunken monkey, whatever it was. It's not fun. I hate it. I really do. I don't like this part of the game one little bit. I'm obviously reading the paper at this point. That's why sometimes I take a little while to figure out what I'm doing, because I want to win. I don't want to lose this. What is he doing now? Anxious ape against drunken monkey. Yep, he's played that one fair. We haven't had the gimping gibbon or the bobbing baboon yet. I think that gets thrown in a little bit later. You get the basic commands at this point. There we go. Right, one more hit and this guy is down. Right, so all I've got to do now is beat Drunken Monkey. And I do that by using Anxious Ape. So I need to go from Charging Chimp to the Anxious Ape pose. That sends me over to that, and that is just enough to beat Drunken Monkey. So that is Monkey 1 defeated. It's really hard. I know that I'm making it look slightly easy here, or maybe I'm not. And if you played the game, you'll know exactly how this feels.
Ha! I won!
Now you'd think, that's it, I did it. Yeah, I done did it. I don't need to do it ever again. No, we have to do that another 3 times. Yeah, there's 4 different monkeys before we can face off against Jojo.
So, I see you're...
Why? Why did you do this to me, LucasArts? Why did you... Just why? Why? Why is this? Why is this a thing? Okay, we're both on Charging Chimp, and he's changing over to Drunken Monkey, so I need Anxious Ape. And for the record, if I want to go from Charging Chimp to Anxious Ape, I need a specific 3-word, command, basically, to get that kind of change in pose. Some poses you can't change between. Like, for example, I'm on Gimpy Gibbon. I might not be able to change over to Anxious Ape. I might have to find that one out as well, how to go from there to there. Otherwise, I've got to go to, say, Drunken Monkey before I can change over to Anxious Ape. And in that time, I could be attacked twice by his move, you see. So I've learnt a new move now, there you go. So I've copied what he's done. I found out how to go from Gimping Gibbon to Anxious Ape, so I know how to get out of Gimping Gibbon now. But unfortunately, because that results in a draw, he's now got a chance to attack me. Which he pretty much does, I believe. I know he got a foul, that was right, okay. That gave me a bit of a head start here because he messed it up. So now I can go into the Drunken Monkey pose and beat this one. Yeah, so I get a bit of a head start here, which is good because it started off not too well. So what did he do now? He went over to Anxious Ape, yeah, that was right. Okay, so I needed Charging Chimp, so I got to go from that to that. Until you've played this yourself, you'll realise how difficult this actually is. You definitely need some paper in front of you, and I'll tell you why. This doesn't stay the same. By that I mean your copy of the game might be different to mine. When you play this game, it might be different. It might be different from me, actually. I think every game's randomly generated, so you need to find out exactly what the right commands are. I can't sit here and tell you what changes Charging Chimp to Anxious Ape. It might be any one of those other 4 buttons that, below it. The triangle, square, circle, X. It might be any combination of them buttons to try and get that change in pose happening for you. So you have to go through trial and error here to figure out what works for what. And I spent a long time doing that, because the first probably 2-3 battles, maybe even 4 or 5, or even more, depending on, how long it takes, you're going to be trying to figure out what works. And I was. Yes, there we go. So I don't need to change my my pose now. And there you go. So that is monkey number 2 down now. There we go. I started getting the hang of it. I would say, don't know, maybe 5 attempts. 5 attempts in, I started to figure out kind of what I'm supposed to do. But again, it is a lot of trial and error. Now we have to go in for the 3rd monkey battle. You get where this is going pretty much, don't you? It's kind of, it's kind of a bit annoying, but yeah, this is the 3rd monkey battle now. It's exactly the same.
Let's rumble.
Same with the 4th one, except I think the 3rd and the 4th one introduce maybe the bobbing baboon. I'm not sure whether that might be Jojo actually. Either way, that can throw you off because you haven't found out the combination of phrases needed to go between bobbing baboon to any other monkey pose. So it's not very fun on the player, I have to say. But once we're done with the monkey combat section of this game, we are pretty much done with the rest of the game. I would actually say that this part of the game is your boss fight, essentially, because the boss fight in this game, not to spoil too much, but it's not as hard as this. And it's not nearly as long-winded as this either. So, yeah, I actually consider this the boss fight in the game. Jojo the monkey is actually harder than the boss of this game. I don't want to say who the boss of the game is, but I'm guessing you can probably already gather from, you know, previous cutscenes and characters that we've encountered throughout this game. But yeah, I would say Jojo's probably harder. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I think we won this as well. He's on Gimping Gibbon, so I had to think very carefully about what might beat Gimpy Gibbon. Did this one work? No, it didn't. Drunken Monkey was weak against Gimpy Gibbon, so I had to write that down very quickly as well and say, right, learn from that mistake. I was still learning, you see. And then he messed up, he went into Charging Chimp, and then I didn't have to change my pose, I could just stay the same. Attack him again, that gave me a nice head start.
Ow.
So at this point I wasn't too worried, he went back into Anxious Ape, so all I needed was Charging Chimp, so I needed the phrases from Drunken Monkey to Charging Chimp. Once you've got all of the stuff written down, it's actually not too bad, it's quite easy. It just takes a very long time. There you go, right, so he's got one banana left. And that'll be monkey number 3 down. Okay, right, so at this point I was a little bit more stressed because I knew that Drunken Monkey didn't work against Gimpy Gibbon. He beat my Charging Chimp, so it was only fair to assume that maybe Anxious Ape worked against it instead. Let's see what I did here. Okay, I switched it over to Anxious Ape, yeah, and that actually worked, yeah, because obviously Drunken Monkey and Charging Chimp did nothing for me against that. So that's how I figured out that Anxious Ape actually worked. It's not too bad, you just literally copy the monkey phrases. Whatever they're doing to change their pose, you're figuring out what they go between. So if it's Drunken Monkey to Anxious Ape, you know what to say to get that change in pose happening. So this was the 4th and final monkey now, and I was very happy to be, here finally, because I knew that after this I can face off against Jojo and finish off this monkey combat section of the game.
So, I see you are trained in the arts of monkey combat.
Okay, right, here we go. 4th and final battle.
Monkey.
One thing I will say that's a little bit unfair, they get first move, so it's not like at random, there's no like coin toss or anything like that. It is literally the monkey starts. You don't get more health, you have to hang in there basically. So I already learnt from the previous battle that Anxious Ape works there. And he obviously knew that Charging Chimp beats that.
Ow.
So it's pretty much whoever can beat whoever first. And you're kind of relying on the monkey to mess up, pretty much. Because if they mess up or they go into a draw, the chances are you might better pull it back and do a move that can, help you take the lead, pretty much. So our scores were fairly tied at this point. Yeah, he hit me again. And how did I come back from this? Because I'm pretty sure I won this. I had to go from Drunken Monkey to Anxious Ape, so I needed the command for that, which thankfully I think I'd written down as well, yep. Yeah, there isn't really much else to say about this this segment in the game. This is pretty much just very repetitive and very long-winded. It can be quite tiresome, stressful, annoying, etc. Some people have never gotten past this point in the game. And I can kind of understand why, but all you really need to do is just be extremely patient, have your paper and pen ready, and just spend probably half an hour writing down as much as you can about the commands and, you know, everything else pretty much. That's what I did anyway. I got some paper, a pen, and I wrote down everything that was needed. Because otherwise I would have, this episode would have been maybe 40-50 minutes, maybe even an hour long. And you guys do not want to sit through an hour of Monkey Combat. I can safely assume that. Alright, so we've got a draw there. Okay. And it's kind of interesting how we beat the end boss, because not to spoil too much, but it's actually, you know, the battle is actually Monkey Combat. So we haven't seen the back end of this this style of fighting just yet. Oh, what was I on here? Gimpy Gibbon. Yeah, so I was kind of confused at this point in the game. I was like, damn, what do I do? Because I need to go from Gimpy Gibbon to Anxious Ape, and I didn't know the command for that. So I chose to stay the same, yeah, because it was a bit more of a safer option. If you don't say the right stuff, you get a foul, and that takes away a banana or two. I can't remember exactly how much, but yeah, kind of took me a little bit of damage there in the result of doing that though. But I couldn't afford to take a foul and then take more damage. I had to get one bit of health back. But yeah, the fighting at the end is in the style of Monkey Combat. And the way we win is kind of interesting. We have a lot more health, but we actually have to draw in order to win. Which you'd never really expect, but you will see why later on. I won't say too much in case you haven't really seen this game before. So how did I pull this one back? Let's see. I knew I needed Charging Monkey, so I had to go from Drunken Monkey to that. Okay, yep, that worked for us. And this was very close, as you could see, because now he's basically one attack ahead of me here.
Ow.
Yeah, so I can only take 2 more hits and I am out, pretty much. Yeah, I've got to somehow hit him 3 times, or hope that he, you know, fouls at least once. So I'm thinking, damn, am I going to do this time? Or am I going to have to come back and do this whole thing again? Because that's another thing, by the way, that's what takes up an awful lot of time, is having to do the entire battle again. One battle can take, I don't know, it can take a long time. Depends how quickly you respond with, you know, commands and stuff, but I actually came back from that there, as you can see. He messed up and I won. And that was the 4th and final monkey defeated. And I was just so happy at this point in the game. I didn't have to watch any more of this madness go down. Now, I'm actually ready for JoJo.
Ready to take on JoJo Jr.
Yep. Well, JoJo Jr. I don't know where JoJo is, but we're going to be facing off against JoJo Jr. Never know, Mojo Jojo might be JoJo Jr.'s uncle or something like that. Damn it, that is a
again,
mouthful.
Monkey Prince.
That's what she said. Damn it, okay. Right, let's battle. We can do this now, I think.
I challenge you to Monkey Combat.
I can see you've been training. Perhaps you are ready to fulfill the prophecies.
Prophecies schmophecies. Are we gonna fight or what?
Very well. Monkey Combat!
Fine.
Let's see
I'm
what
not
you
as
got.
excited.
You are indeed ready to fight me.
Yeah, not as excited for this battle as I you know, quite would have liked to have been. But at least we're a little bit more prepared for it than what we could have been. If we just come into it and not really knew what to do, this could have taken a very long time. So he was on Drunken Monkey. Yeah, I needed Anxious Ape for this. And it felt so good to kick JoJo Jr. in the face. I don't know why, because of all the effort that we had to go through to get to this point. I'll tell you something though, he didn't go down without a fight. I will say right now that I do actually do this first time, which is quite nice. So what did I do here? I obviously needed Drunken Monkey for this. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you are kind of hoping that they mess up somewhere along the lines. Either get a foul or do something else. Now he's on Gimpy Gibbon, so I needed to remember what beats Gimpy Gibbon. And I remember actually, yeah, he uses Bobbing Baboon.
G.
And that is really not cool because I've never even seen that that attack at this point. So, was it now? Yeah, it was now. I was like, what is that?
Ow!
They hit me quite badly. Now I'm like, right, what actually beats that? I know Anxious Ape don't. So what do I need to defeat Bobbing Baboon? There's, you know, there's a possible like 2 or 3 choices that I can go for. And I have to think what goes from Anxious Ape into what as well, so I'm like, oh man, this is awful. What did I go to anyway? Drunken Monkey. Yeah, and that's how I found out the Drunken Monkey defeats Bobbing Baboon. It was a lucky guess, really. Anxious Ape, yep. He knows his monkey combat. He's not going down without a fight. You can clearly see that. I don't mind, at this point in the game, I don't mind Charging Chimp, Anxious Ape and Drunken Monkey. I don't mind any of those. It was always the Gimping Gibbon and the Bobbing Baboon. Them two always threw me off. Okay, so we started making some very good progress here. Yeah, we took a bit of damage there. I'm trying to remember how I came back from this, because I did win. And I was losing for a very long time. So what beat the Gimpy Gibbon? What was that? What did I do? I think it was... Wasn't it Drunken Monkey that beat this? You could tell I was reading the paper and looking up at the screen so much with the delay here. I'm really keeping Jojo Jr. waiting. But I had to be so careful because if I messed this up, it was over, you know? And I didn't want to have to do it all again. Bobbing Baboon, yeah. Bang, so I'm like, great, thanks for that. Went into Drunken Monkey, that took care of Bobbing Baboon. I mean, our scores are pretty much tied, but he gets the first attack. So if he never messes up, I'm guaranteed to lose every time. So it's not exactly fair, but I persevered with it. I was two attacks off from losing here, and I was just freaking out basically. There we go. Very, very close health meters here. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, I'm like 1 or 2 hits from the end. Now, one thing that did surprise me, you don't actually lose both of the last bananas. You actually go down to 1, which isn't very nice, obviously. Because if it's against your opponent, they've still got one last chance to come back. So if you see there, I actually thought I was out at that point, but I wasn't. I looked down and I thought, oh, I'm still in there, there's 1 banana there. I'm thinking, but wait, wasn't there 2? You only lose 2 every time you get hit, but not against Jojo Jr. at the end there. So I thought, okay, I have a chance. I never gave up, even knowing I knew that his next attack could just ruin this for me, basically. But he did something here, he equalised. And when you get down to the last banana, that is the only last chance you get. It doesn't go back down to 1. So when you land a hit, they lose both of their bananas. Now we're both on Gimpy Gibbon, so I had to remember very carefully what beats Gimpy Gibbon. So I looked at my sheet of paper again, looked up at the screen, and I remembered the 3-word combination that I had to pull off in monkey language. And I was actually surprised to see that after learning the Bobbing Baboon myself, it actually pulled through for us and helped me beat Jojo Jr. And that was it. We finally beat all of the monkeys on Monkey Island.
I had foreseen losing my crown eventually, but not to such an unlikely opponent. The honor of victory is yours, Guybrush, as well as the ceremonial bronze hat. Please take good care of it. It is very special.
Alright, so we'll take good care of it. But yeah, that, as you can see, is going to have to conclude this episode because it did take a long time. Now, in the next episode, we are going to complete this game, guys. So I hope you're enjoying the playthrough and hope to see you guys in the finale. Alright guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.